and fell at his feet and said, Upon me, my Lord, upon me, let this iniquity be. So she was such a good wife that she covered for him, spared him death, wanted to spare him death. Now that's a woman. Shit. Your husband is evil and still you're trying to save him. Wow. But she's more loyal to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because a woman that is loyal to the Lord will make sure that her husband will be until really death do her part. It doesn't matter what type of person he is. Until death do them part. Now that's a woman of the Lord. I'll tell you that. And let thine handmaid, I pray thee, speak in thine audience, and hear the words of thine handmaid. Let not my Lord, I pray thee, regard this man of Belial, even Nabal. So basically, I know that he's a devil, but regard him not. Like, don't hurt him. Basically, don't see it past the fingers, I would say. Wink at his evil. For as his name is, so is he. So she knows, like, his name means fool. He's a fool. Like, please forgive him. Nabal is his name, and folly is with him. But I, thine handmaid, saw not the young men of my Lord whom thou didst send. Because if she saw them, she would give it. Now therefore, my Lord, let me see. Oh, okay. Now therefore, where is I? Wow. Whoa. Now therefore, my Lord, as Yahweh liveth, and as thy soul liveth, seeing Yahweh had withholden thee from coming to shed blood, by meeting her, and from avenging thyself with thine own hand, let not thine enemies, and they that seek evil to my Lord, be as Nabal. And now, this blessing which thine handmaid had brought unto my Lord, let it even be given the young men that follow my Lord, which is the food and stuff that she prepared. I pray thee, forgive the trespass of thine handmaid. That's really a beautiful woman, I'm telling you. Taking the accountability of her husband upon her unto death, because David was about to kill them. For Yahweh will certainly make my Lord a sure house. She's talking to David. Because my Lord fighteth the battles of Yahweh, and evil had not been found in thee all thy days. Yet a man is risen to pursue thee, which was Saul, and to seek thy soul to murder him, like looking for him. It was not good enough for him to try and kill him when he was there, but when he left, he still pursued him. Okay, now that's determined. But the soul of my Lord shall be bound in the bundle of life with Yahweh thy power, and the souls of thine enemies, them shall he sling out, as out of the middle of a sling. Right, sorry, going on. Now, verse 30. And it shall come to pass, when Yahweh shall have done to my Lord according to all the good that he had spoken concerning thee, and shall have appointed thee ruler over Israel, because she knew what Samuel said. A lot of people knew about it. It was already known, and Saul know it also. He know it too, and that's why he said, surely Yahweh shall make thee king. Verse 31, that this shall be no grief unto thee, the thing that happened between Nabal and stuff like that, nor offense of heart unto my Lord, the thing that happened with Nabal. Basically, it's going to be nothing. The Lord's going to bless you and all that there. So this is going to be nothing. Please forgive his trespass that he did. And also, don't make your hand filthy with blood. And don't avenge yourself. That's what she said. Either that thou hast shed blood causeless. So basically for no reason other than that he just didn't want to give you something, which he should, but Abigail is wise. So she said, don't basically make your blood, your hand filled with blood for nothing, for especially for something as small as this. Or that my Lord had avenged himself. But when Yahweh shall have dealt with my Lord, then remember thy handmaid. So she's saying basically, like, if so, when the Lord deals with this situation, please don't forget me. That's what she said. And David said to Abigail, Blessed be Yahweh, the power of Israel, which sent thee this day to meet me. And it was the Lord. And blessed be thy advice, and blessed be thou, which has kept me this day from coming to shed blood. So she stopped him from the avenging myself with mine own hand. That is what King David came to do, to murder. Because he didn't do him anything other than make him angry. And the scripture says also, do not lie in front of a mighty man, and also don't provoke him. Don't make him angry, because he's gonna want to kill you. He's a mighty man. He has a mind of a warrior. You should talk very smooth to him, because he's quick to snap and be like, who's this disrespectful piece of nothing? I'll Hulk smash you. Because they are able to do that. Lie. David was a man of war. Mighty man. Yeah, the book of Sirach 41:17. Be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother, and also be ashamed of a lie before a prince or a mighty man. But if I'm correct, there was another one. If I'm correct, basically, don't anger a man of war. And by the way, you had this man, this Amalekite. He actually lied before a mighty man. He lied before King David. And what did King David do? He killed him. He caused his death, because he called the young one and said, kill this Amalekite, for he has touched Saul. Second Samuel chapter 1, verse 14. And David said unto the Amalekite, How wast thou not afraid to stretch forth thine hand to destroy Yahweh's anointed? And David called one of his young men and said, Go near and fall upon him. And he smote him that he died. But if you read the whole chapter, the beginning of it, you will see that he lied. He was lying. He didn't do anything. He lied. Well, he died for that lie. Thou shalt not lie anyway, so. Thou shalt not lie anyway, so, yeah. He made a grievous mistake. He thought he would get the honor from King David by saying, I killed Saul. And that King David would then therefore be happy. Oh, no, you did. Oh, no, what? What did you do? You touched him? You're going to die today? You're going to die today? Right. So, so it says here. Okay, avenging myself. Okay, verse 34. For in very deed, as Yahweh, power of Israel, liveth, which hath kept me back from hurting thee, except thou hadst hastened and come to meet me, because he wanted to hurt his household. Surely there had not been left unto Nabal by the morning light any that pissed against the wall, so he would kill them. That would not have been a good look, because he would let his anger get the better of him and just go kill them for no cause. Only that he didn't want to give them food, which he should have, because King David, when he was young, he used to fight for him. He used to put his life in danger for Nabal. I think it's going to say somewhere here, or maybe the next chapter. So verse 35. So David received of her hand that which she had brought him, which is the food, and said unto her, Go up in peace to thine house. See, I have hearkened to thy voice, and have accepted thy person. So what did she do? Here, Proverbs 16:14. The wrath of a king is as messengers of death. You're going to die if he gets angry. You're going to die. But a wise man, in this case a wise woman, will pacify it. What did Abigail do? Abigail put a pacifier in King David's mouth. Look at this one. Put a pacifier in David's mouth. King David, he was not king there then. Put a pacifier in his mouth, and then therefore quieted him. He made him quiet. She pacified him. Instead of raging and screaming out of rage, she pacified him. And have accepted thy person. See, he has accepted the peace offering that she basically came to make because of her in person, her mannerisms. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show. For example, now this is not the video that I was actually looking for, but this one will do, because this one is a good example also, but the other one was actually better. It was a Jacob descendant daughter just like her, same skin color, something like that. But this one, not this one, the other one that I actually wanted was in a car, and she was explaining that why she shouldn't be manly when she acts like feminine. She gets more of the guys than if she starts arguing and starts the demand stuff, like money, pay my nails, my hair, da, da, da. But she knows that if she plays feminine, like girl, like you put the voice and stuff like that, then she will get more done. And that is the truth, whether you like it or not. That's why I'm just giving an example of a fact. If you hear a loudmouth Jake woman screaming or talking loud, I hate loud sounds, by the way. And then you hear one talking soft. Oh boy. You already know which one to pick. But anyway, giving this example.
Tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow.
It's funny how she even huh?
Just like this. See you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. What?
What you mean?
I'm saying I'll see you tomorrow.
Why tomorrow? I thought you was going down the street.
I'm saying I was gonna hang out with the guys, so I don't know what time I'm gonna be back. So that's why I said I'll be back.
So where y'all going?
We're gonna go out. You know what I'm saying? The games come on tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so why do we have to be tomorrow?
Because I'm about to be out. I'm about to be out with them. I don't know if I'm gonna get too lit to where I can't drive or whatever the case is. So that's why I said I'm gonna
I
see
can
tomorrow.
pick you up. You want me to jump you up? I jump you off. I can pick you up when you're ready.
I don't think that's necessary.
No,
I can
that's
drive
not what
out.
you mean tomorrow. What do you think is hanging out with my house for?
I'm saying I might get a little bit too lit from being watching the game,
Yeah,
checking
and
with the boys.
I don't mind picking you up. There's not a problem. What's the problem with picking you up?
But yeah, I feel like you're taking it a little bit too deep to where you
Too
I'm
deep.
just saying
You're
I'll
talking
see you
about
tomorrow.
tomorrow. You never discussed like spending the night over my house. Like you too long for this.
What you need to work on? I ain't never
You
seen
got
her.
your own house, your own bed. Like, I don't get it. I want you to come back home tonight, okay? Don't get too drunk then.
You gonna come back home?
Please. So we can cuddle. Like we always do. I'm not playing.
See, Who doesn't want to come home? Come on, man. Who doesn't want to come home to that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway. So, it's according to how they do in person. You know, how if you would accept it or not. Because I've seen others that scream like, you know, they scream like this. Looking at you like this too.
What's up, Louise and Beatrice?
With
What's
the
my hay?
chin in the
Not
air.
enough grass up there, right there.
He ain't screaming?
Hey, don't rub against my new post.
I thought he was gonna scream. Ah,
Beatrice.
okay, whatever, man. Anyway, or a lioness. You know, you got those, you got these ones. Whatever, you know how a lion sounds. You know how a lion sounds. So actually, I should have put a dragon or something. Just some scary sound. Yeah, that's one. Or this one, and demon possessed woman, scary movie. What's his name again? Wayne. I think it's Marlon Wayne or something like that. Marlon Wayne. Demon possessed woman, Marlon. I forgot which movie it was. It was a movie where he was in a van with a girl, and then she started to scream like a demon. I don't know which movie it is. I'm not that good in movie names all the time. But I've seen it. I've seen a lot of movies, but I don't remember 100% off of their names. I know the scene in my head. But anyway, it was a woman possessed. Possessed woman in van or something. In the van scene. I don't know no more. But yeah, I can't find. I don't know. If I find it, I'll put the link in the description box. But anyway, like that one, I just want to give a funny example, which is not funny because it's a horrible thing if you have a wife like that, or a girl, whatever they call themselves nowadays. Verse 36, and Abigail came to Nabal, and behold, he held a feast in his house, like the feast of a king, because he got that money. And Nabal's heart was merry within him, because he drank, for he was very drunken. Wherefore she told him nothing. She's even wise enough to not talk to him when he's drinking. Because when you drink, you might get impulsive to do stuff. You know. Wherefore she told him nothing, less or more, until the morning light. But it came to pass in the morning, when the wine was gone out of Nabal, and his wife had told him these things, that his heart died within him, and he became as stone. Because he was afraid, because he knew, like, hey, she said, like, oh yeah, remember yesterday? Yeah. David came to kill you here. He was going to kill all of us here, in the whole house. But I talked him out of it, you know. And then she was shocked. And it came to pass about 10 days after that the Lord smote Nabal, that he died. So the Lord killed him. And when David heard that Nabal he became a stone, he was like, I think he became sick, and he became petrified. You know, when you're petrified of fear? But he was petrified like unto illness, and he died 10 days after. But the Most High killed him because David wanted to murder him. So he didn't want also his blood to be upon his hand. Plus, he wouldn't do it anymore because Abigail talked him out of it with wisdom. She pacified he was not king yet, but she pacified him. It is the king. 39. And when David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, Blessed be Yahweh, that had pleaded the cause of my reproach from the hand of Nabal, and had kept his servant from evil. That is exactly what he was going to do. He was going to do evil. But the Lord, hey, Abigail, go die. Put it in the mind of Abigail, like, go talk to him. He'll listen to you. And he listened. And he prayed for that. Thank you, Lord. Or else I would have blood on my hand. It would be unrighteously then. Look, if you would slap him up, it wouldn't be that bad. But go kill him because of the food. He didn't give you food. Even though you worked for him, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't kill him. That's murder. For Yahweh had returned the wickedness of Nabal upon his own head, so he got what he deserved. And David sent and communed with Abigail to take her to him to wife. She did say, hey, remember me when the Lord does the judgment. Remember me. And this is a good thing, meaning it is not an evil thing, because it says right here, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 39, the wife is bound by the law as long as the husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in Yahweh. So the man to whom she marries needs to be a man that believes in the Lord. She can't just marry an atheist Israelite or some other dude that doesn't really bother himself with the Lord. You know, even though he believes, but he's like, yeah, you know, I'll do it from time to time. You know, the Israelites that line up but still pray Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For example, I just give you an example. Because years ago, I always used to say, you should never listen to a person that is lined up. You know why? Because that is the easiest law in the whole Bible to keep as a man. Not lining up your hair and not lining up your beard. Okay, but I'll say this also. To some, it is easy. To others, it might not be easy, you know? So I understand that. You know, to some people, something is easy. To some people, it is not. I understand that. But still, if you are in this truth and you call yourself a teacher, then I don't think that you should be walking around with your beard lined up or your hair lined up. I don't know. I just don't think that is a good idea. You know, you can make mistakes and stuff like that, but the hair, look, there's no job in existence upon the planet Earth where you need to line up your hair. It doesn't exist. Not that I know of, bro. And, you know, it might be some kind of $1 million job or something like that, which you don't got. And if you do have it, man, you got money enough, man, to turn down that job, man. I don't know, man. But, hey, you can get another one. Or, I don't know, man. You got enough money, you can just tell these people, like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm more valuable in the eyes of the world. They call themselves valuable, right? Well, do that then. I just think it's okay. There are jobs on the planet Earth that you do require to line up your beard. A chef, for example, or a security guard. Some security guard companies, they want you to line up. You can have your beard because that kind of, in the eyes of the world, that kind of scares people off. As a big, tough guy and with a beard and all that there. They're kind of wary of you because you look manly and you look rough. But the reason why I said the thing with the lineup thing, if you are a man of rank in this world, for the hair, you can just do that because, here. These people of the world are people of respect of persons. You see, when you begin as a chef, yeah, they're not going to allow you to walk around with this beard. Not even with this one. They're not going to allow you to walk around with it because they're going to tell you to do this. They're going to tell you. But when you are a $700 an hour chef, like this one, this is just Japanese, and he doesn't even have a beard, if I'm correct. Where is he? No, he's young. I'm not looking for this one. Young chef on. Can't find it. Can't find it. I don't want to find it. Okay, Shark Tank or something. No. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave it at that. I was looking for something, but okay. So I'll just use this one. But I don't know if he's rich. I mean, like if he's not. I don't mean rich. I mean, if he's like a high star chef that people pay him $500 an hour, because I saw one that was paid $500 an hour, and he's young. He's like in his 20s or something like that, and he was on Shark Tank too. So they saw his skill there, and yeah, now they pay him $500 an hour for cooking, just making stupid foods like shrimp, like plates like this. That's what he makes. And man, wait, let me show you something. Wait, right, this is the example, but I saw this only real quick, and I didn't even focus on that he didn't have a beard. But you have Edomites that are big bearded ones, like this one, or this. It's the same guy. Yeah, it's the same guy. Or this one. You have guys with big beards like this, and you need to pay them like $700, $600 the dollars an hour. You got guys like this, you know, because if you work as a chef, they will tell you to shape it. But these highly valued, I don't know how to call it, but these 5-star type chefs, they are respected enough to where nobody tells them anything, so they can get away with a lot of stuff. So that's why I said, if you have this so-called job that, you know, pays millions or whatever, and they tell you to line up your hair, you could just tell them to shove it, because if you really that, you know, if you're in that position, then I don't think people are going to tell you to line up your hair, man. There's no job on the planet Earth that requires that. I have never seen it. I googled it, I looked for it, which job you need to line up your hair. Never saw it before. So it could exist, I don't know. I have never heard about it, and I have never seen it. But then it's all fashion, which is garbage. You do have jobs where you do need, I know about that, where you need to line up your beard. But if you are a high top ranking chef, then you could just walk around with long hair and a big beard, and they will still say nothing.
I got a Michelin-trained, 11-time world record-breaking cook from Top Chef Canada in my kitchen, prepping my breakfast right now. He's going to be here cooking for 5 hours, which at $500 per hour is going to run me
here $500 per hour, you know. But if he had a beard, the people would say nothing. They would just accept it, you know. So going back to over here, take her, okay, here, right? So he's allowed to do that, and she is allowed to leave. Also, Deuteronomy 22 and 22. If a man be found laying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. I would not say to do that now. I'm just reading it. if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed, engaged unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her in the city, then ye shall bring both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and because people will hear you, and she didn't scream. That means she wanted it. And the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife. Why? She's engaged. They didn't have sex yet. She's betrothed, meaning back in the days we had pre-arranged marriages and stuff like that. So that would be betrothed. Engaged. So shalt thou put away evil from among you. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, so she's engaged already to another man, and the man force her, just like he would have had in the city if she doesn't scream. If she screams, it's still force. If she doesn't scream, then it isn't force. Then, she wanted it. I mean, there's people around. You could just scream. And lie with her. Then the man only that lay with her shall die. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor, and slayeth him, even so is this matter. Right. The victim of the slayer, he's not strong enough to fight him off. And that's man on man. How much more a man on a woman? She's not going to be able to fight him off. Now, some women are lucky. Some men that are weaker are also lucky. Something happened, the Lord was with them, and, they got the upper hand, they got a weapon or something quick, I don't know. The guy fell, and then, he took the weapon of his hand, whatever, he stabbed him in his own neck, or in his neck with his own weapon, or something like that. It could happen. It happened before. Many women have killed men that attacked them. Many weaker men have killed men that are obviously stronger that attacked him, and he still killed them. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. Right, so Abigail was not engaged. Her husband was dead, and therefore he was allowed to get her to be her wife. To be his wife, sorry. Get her to a wife. Right, so going on back to over here. So it says, where was I? Sorry. Okay, verse 40. And when the servants of David were come to Abigail to Carmel in Judah, they spake unto her, saying, David sent us unto thee, to take thee to him to wife. And she arose, and bowed herself with her face to the earth, and said, Behold, let thine handmaid be a servant to wash the feet of the servants of my Lord. Very, very humble. And Abigail hasted, and arose, and rode upon an ass, a donkey, with 5 damsels of her that went after her. She had her servants. And she went after the messengers of David, and became his wife. David also took Ahinoam of Jezreel, which are Judites. 2 Samuel 27 until 30 also speaks of them. In the land of Judah were they. And they were also both of them his wives, Abigail and Ahinoam. But Saul had given Michal his daughter, David's wife, to Phalti, the son of Laish, which was of Galim. Now the reason I read this, I actually jumped the gun. I read it before that, but I read it already. So this is the one that it's actually here. So what did Saul do? Saul betrothed Michal his daughter to David. Remember the promise? He won her over. He won her hand by going against the obstacle that Saul put for him. Meaning Saul said, if you can take 100 foreskins here. If you can get 100 so 1 Samuel 18:25. And Saul said, thus shall ye say to David, the king desired not any dowry, so don't pay me money for her hand, but 100 foreskin of the Philistines, to be avenged of the king's enemies. But Saul thought to make David fall by the hand of the Philistines. So he gave him a so-called impossible task, because he thought, you're going to die. But he didn't. And when his servant told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son-in-law. And the days were not expired. Wherefore David arose and went, so before the day was over, he and his men, and slew of the Philistines 200 men. But he said 100. So he upped the game. Oh, 100? Okay, 200. And David brought their foreskins. So he touched their peepees and chopped it off. And that's not gay. Okay? And they gave them in full tale to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Saul gave him Michal, his daughter, to wife. You already gave the daughter to wife, and now you break it? Yeah, the Lord is going to deal horribly with you, because you committed adultery, and you should be put to death for that alone. So that's why I read this one. Because she is betrothed already, and then you have sex with her. Yeah, that's not a good idea. You shouldn't do that. Now, I don't know if this guy was forced, because maybe reading about Saul, how he is, if you said no, he'd probably kill you. What? You disrespect me by not taking my daughter at my request? Put him to death. Or he might kill you himself. I don't know. So I don't know what happened there, because it doesn't explain it. But still, hey, he took David's wife. It says right here it's David's wife. So he was wicked for doing that in the first place. So off of that alone, you caused her to commit adultery. You die. Here. Let me see. Matthew 19:9. I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, except if she committed adultery on you, then you can kick her out. And shall marry another, committed adultery. Why? Because you caused her to commit adultery by kicking her away, so that she now has to go to another man. That's your fault. And whoso marrieth her, which is put away by that man, for example, doth commit adultery. So you're not allowed to sleep with a woman that her husband kicked her away, like, I don't want to be with you no more, and then you go with her. That man caused both of you to commit adultery, because as long as the husband liveth, the woman is bound to her husband by law. 1 Corinthians 7:39. The wife is bound by the law as long as the husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will. Only if that man is a man of the Lord, like a believer in Yahweh. And then you have another one, which is, I think, Deuteronomy 23. I'm not sure. I don't think it's this one, actually. Maybe 24 then. I think it's 22 or 21. No, not this one. 21 then. Wow. Oh yeah, here, 21. Right. Let me see. If a man has two wives. Yeah, if even if you hate your wife, you can't kick her away. Until death do you part. Matthew 19. It's supposed to be like that. You know. Matthew 19:5. And he said, Yahushua said, for this cause shall a man... Oh, no. That spoke about Moses. Where is it again? Moses. Where is the word? Moses is here. What? Oh, sorry. Verse 5. And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore the heavenly Father had joined together, let not man put asunder. And they said unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and put her away? He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, the men, your hearts suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. That's the point. That's my point here. The point is you're not supposed to do that. But when Yahushua came, he's also basically teaching you not to kill your wife because she committed adultery. Just put her away. Give her a bill of divorcement. Don't kill her. And if you smack her around, you know, that's not fun neither, because but hey, it's better than kill her. It's better than killing her. Come on, man. You shouldn't do that one. Don't do that one. That one is not good. She might still be forgiven for that adultery that she committed by the Lord himself. But if you kill her, she won't get that chance. Hey, it's possible, isn't it? Right. And also, here's talking about the virgin of Israel. You're not allowed to lie upon the virgin of Israel neither. Here, verse 19. So Deuteronomy 22:19. And they shall immerse him in 100 shekel of silver, to basically give him a fine and beat him if he lies on a daughter of a virgin daughter of Israel. And give them unto the father of the damsel, because he had brought up an evil name upon the virgin of Israel. And she shall be his wife. He may not put her away all his days until he dies. He's going to stay with her until he dies. Or she. Pardon. But if she really was not a virgin, then she shall be put to death. But you can read the story for yourself if you have the time, from 13 to 21. But yeah. So she is allowed to be David's wife. Sorry, where is it? Here, she's allowed to be David's wife because it is lawful. But this one, that's not lawful. Everybody here needs to be put to death. She actually didn't do anything. It's her. Sorry, I was looking here. Sorry. Well, I was actually aiming here, but yeah, it's here. Well, I don't know. Maybe Saul forced her. I don't know, because she did love David. So I don't think she wanted to be with this guy. I don't think, but it's the king. What are you going to do? Say no? He'll kill you. The wrath of a king is as messengers of death. He's a psychopath. He'll kill you. Especially how he had that demon on him. And this guy probably couldn't say no neither. Oh, shit. I don't want to be in this position. Please. Oh, yeah? Oh, you know what? I think I changed my mind. I think I see the light now. See that? You're right. I love you, daughter. So, hey, I don't know. But knowing his characteristics, I'd be like, I think he forced him. But yeah, I think he had another daughter too, which was Micah. Or maybe I have two stories mixed up with each other. because yeah, Micah was the one that lowered David away, so she loved him, and I think they already had sex. So yeah, that's a a bold-faced adultery here. What he had, so he needs to be. He's yeah, he already got judged for it. So but yeah, this was already a cause unto death. This what he did right here. You know, yeah. But then I think it was Micah, but Micah, what? 2 Samuel 6. I don't know if this is one I said. Let me see. 2 Samuel 6, where no, I don't know where it is. Let me see. Is that it? I don't know. Let me see. Michal, Saul's daughter. Oh, it was her. Yeah, it was her. She was given back unto him, if I'm correct. Yeah, it's fucked up. But yeah, it was her. So I'll read that later, of course, Lord willing. And yeah, she was given back unto David, but she had a big mouth too. So David cursed her. Not spiritually, he cursed her in the physical form. So yeah, because she had a big mouth, a spoiled brat type mouth, you know. So anyway, so yeah, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.